start introducing ourselves. My name is Crislana. I'm 19 years old. I'm from Bahia, and I'm here on TNT since August 2020, first in the Spanish team. So I'm here for a long time, a long time. So Bruna, your turn.
Okay, yes, it's been a long time we don't talk to, and it's good to be here. I live in São Paulo with my family. I work here as a community manager. I'm graduated in language, and I've been here since September last year. It's always a pleasure, and I will always learn a lot from everybody, and I just love this place. That's it.
Okay, Junior, please.
All right. First off, I need to know something. Is it red in your hair?
No, it's just, I don't know how to say bandana, but it's just.
I thought you dyed your hair. I was like,
No.
Oh,
No.
you know, I'm crazy about hair dyeing. All right. I'm Junior, I'm 20 years old. I joined TNT more or less about the same time as Crislana, I guess only a few months before. And it's been so great to see how much you've let's enjoy this moment here to do it live. How much this girl has improved in her English, it is crazy, Crislana. You've gone a long way and you've put a lot of effort in it, so you deserve like all the fluency you have right now, and it's really, really great. Congrats.
Thank you so much. It was really hard, really hard. Last year, I was going to the English meeting like every day I was there. So it was my way to improve my English. So I guess it just us for now. So let's start with the first question about privacy. How much do you value your privacy? Junior, please.
I think nowadays more than everything. When I was younger, I was in a house with 4 siblings and my mom, so it was really, really hard to have privacy. We actually had a rule that no closed doors were allowed in the house, so we had to keep our doors open all the time. There was always somebody around, so we had like near zero privacy. Nowadays I live by myself. I have my own house and I do things when I want, however I want, and it's like everything to me. I wouldn't change my privacy for anything. The ability, you know, to have my own secrets, to only tell people what I want them to know, and to have my own things, you know. It's good. You know that feeling when you have something that you like a lot and that you're really excited about, and you only get to tell the people you like, and you know, it's really cool. So I wouldn't change my privacy for anything. It's one of the things I value the most. And if I had to go back to living with a person, like with my family, I would certainly go crazy. What about you, Bru?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I value. I'm valuing more than I used to do in the past. I think when we get older, we feel this need to have more privacy, right? Like when I was until last year, actually, I used to share bedroom with my brother. But there was a time that I was like, gosh, I can't stand it anymore. Like sharing bedrooms is terrible. So nowadays I have my own place, so it's great. I still don't live, I haven't been living by myself yet, but it's a plan that is, I don't know when it's going to happen, but I think I value it. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. And you, Chris.
So actually, when I started thinking about privacy and those things, like, oh my gosh, living by myself and those things, I was starting the high school, but I studied at a federal institute. So all day I was at school. I just come back home like 7 p.m. And then another day I needed to wake up like 5 a.m. and go to school 6 a.m. So privacy, it was not a thing for me at that time, but I guess this year was like a kind of different because I started working in the mornings and my mom too, but my mom all day. And the schools here in my city, it's like from 8 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. I guess. So in the afternoons, I stay alone at home. So I thought, oh my gosh, I will enjoy and do my things. But guys, when I come back home to work, I just have lunch. I I feed my pets and go to bed. And I sleep. I wake up at the night and go to the course. So I have a little bit of privacy in the afternoon, but I don't enjoy like when I was thinking like a few years ago, you know? Like I don't know the thing about living by myself, but I think that's a thing that I enjoy in the afternoons, but it's not like I was thinking like a few years ago, you know. It's something more normal for me right now.
Yeah, but maybe this is because I don't know. Do your parents, they invade? How can I say this? Do they invade your privacy or not? Because
No,
I
it's
think
okay.
this influences a little bit, you know.
Actually, no, because I spend the more part of the day in my room, and my room it's only mine, not of my sister. She only keeps her clothes here, but only me sleep here, and my cat right now that is a little bit sick. So she's my partner. I'm sharing my room with her.
Yeah. In this case, there's no privacy because cats, they don't understand it.
Yeah.
If they want to be around you, they're gonna be around you.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. I will ask to Bruna to read, please.
Sure. Let's see it. I will just share the questions again. Uh, do you? Let me just do something here. Okay, let's go. Do you think that websites like Facebook and Instagram take away too much of your privacy? I think it depends on the amount of things you share, you know. I share a lot, mainly on close friends. And then I think it takes a little bit because I share too much, you know, but it was my choice. It is my choice every day to share the stuff I do, you know. But if I didn't want to post anything, any photo, any part of my day or anything, I think it wouldn't take that much, you know. Maybe a little bit. Maybe the only chance not to take our privacy away is not having one. Because sometimes even if you don't post something, somebody else is going to tag you or is going to share something, a friend. Yeah, I think that's it. What do you think, Julie?
Yeah. I wouldn't say the social media itself, the platform itself takes away any of your privacy. You're completely in control of everything you want to post. And even if other people tag you, you are also allowed to, denounce their posts or not accept the tag so people don't go to your social media. But I would say that what takes our privacy the most nowadays with social media is the lack of knowledge about like privacy. A lot of people don't understand the depth and the seriousness of how of like what it is to post a picture or to post something about yourself. We still see a lot of cases on the internet, like on the news, about people that like famous people being kidnapped or robbed because they were posting everything about their life on the internet, and people knew where they are all the time. So it's easy for you to target this person because they're always posting where they are. I think nowadays people are a little bit more conscious about like not showing, expensive possessions or the place where you are right now on a social media. But there's still, especially for teenagers and young people, a big lack of understanding of like, look, I know it's cool, I know it's exciting, you want to show people like what you're doing, what you have and everything, but there's like a limit to it. So I guess the lack of consciousness is what really takes away privacy, but it's not actually taking away your giving away your privacy.
Actually, I think that famous people suffer more with these things of privacy. And for me, it's nothing because I don't post too much in my social media. Only sometimes, like almost never, I post on the close friends something. But actually, I work in the mornings. In the afternoon, I sleep, and at night, I'm going to the course, so I don't have time to spend posting something or trying to talk like that thing of questions that you post on Instagram, and and people just answer of some followers questions, but like it's nothing for me because I don't post too much. I see more people's life than mine on Instagram, so oh my god, so it's more my way to navigate in these websites like this.
But then what's interesting is like, do you feel some kind of like social pressure? Because sometimes I do feel like some kind of social pressure, like you don't post anything on your Instagram. Your Instagram, there's like when people go to your Instagram and there's nothing in it. Have you girls ever felt it? Like this kind of social pressure that you have to post stuff?
What, can you repeat?
Have you ever felt like a social pressure that you have to post things, you need to post things to kind of like, because everybody else is posting, everybody else is doing it?
I guess no, because like I don't have unusual things to post on the social media. Sometimes that I do something different, I just put on the close friends. I remember that last week I was in Salvador and I posted that I was, and the subtitle was Vida de Prole, and I post this. It's I don't do like different things all day to post. I guess when it's something different and interesting for me, I just post to share with my close friends that I'm happy or something happened. So yeah, that's it.
Good point. Since I think I'm the opposite. Since I post too much, when I don't post, some of my friends say, "Hey, aren't you going to post something? What are your stories putting sunscreen on or putting moisturizer on?" Because Chris, almost every morning I share some stories applying sunscreen on the face and everything, and also applying or putting moisturizer on. And sometimes when I don't post, my friends, they just send me, what are your stories, like, why aren't you sharing your morning today or something like that. So I do feel this pressure, but it's not always, because I think I kind of post frequently, um, like most of my days I share, so it's not always. Yeah. And you, because you never post stuff, right?
Never, Junior, never.
I never, yes. I actually barely, I think I have like 15 chats on direct that I haven't answered. I haven't even read. Especially nowadays that I work. So during the pandemic, I used to feel this pressure of posting things and being on social media and doing stories, these kind of things. Nowadays, I only do it when I feel like it because I actually like doing it. But when I first started working as a social media, when I first started creating content for Instagram, it was pretty exciting. But then when the pandemic came, when a lot of things happened in the family, at work, and so on, and I wasn't in a very good emotional state, I kind of got some trauma that I spent pretty much a year without using Instagram and other social medias. And then I'm lying. I stopped using Instagram and I started using Twitter during this while, because Twitter is the place you go to complain about things. And then when I came back to Instagram, which was pretty much when I came back to Talk and Talk to work with social media, then I was kind of like, I didn't have any trauma left from it, but I don't feel pressure to post or do this kind of stuff anymore.
I was seeing my last post on Instagram, and was that story that I said before of me in Salvador. So I don't have, like different things or something happen like that I'm really proud of that I post. I just post on Instagram like stories when is something happen in Brazil, like vaccination, this kind of things. I just post this. But like selves or photos of things, I really don't post, and I don't know why. And it's strange because some people like Bruna and Duda, people of TNT, is posting on Instagram, and I'm like just watching people's life. Actually, there's one thing interesting that I started going to the gym in February, and people just realize in June, because I'm not that kind of people that is posting every day that is at the gym. I'm not.
But if you don't post, it doesn't grow. That's the rule.
I just post once, and it was like months ago. I don't remember.
Oh,
but I will post more on the close friends.
No pressure.
No pressure.
But it's interesting to see the kind of relationship people have with their social media. Like, for me, I don't really care. I only post on social media when I really want to. Like, someday I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be like, okay, today I feel like, I don't know, posting a reel or talking to people on my stories. For Krislana, apparently, only when you're like really proud about things and you really want to show them to the people you care, right? And for Bru, it's like more to relate to the people she knows, especially because Bruna has a lot of friends that she can't get in touch with frequently. She communicates through social media, right?
Yeah, and it's nice because at some point, like sometimes I think of the reason I'm doing this. Why am I sharing my skincare routine for 40 people? Why am I doing it? And I think it becomes something automatical. Like we are just doing it, but we don't know why. Sometimes we are like scrolling the screen, but we don't know the reason we are doing it. It's just, I will just do this, and it's crazy. Yeah.
I just put you guys on my close friends. And it's not a promise, but okay. I will post something
I will put you in
this week.
Too.
This week.
Okay.
But I can't promise anything because I'm a student, and it's almost in the next month. So I'm trying to survive to this routine, to these things that will happen. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Take your time.
Yeah.
Okay, the next question. It's junior 5 turn.
Okay, let me read it. Based on the fact that we should all have privacy, how do you maintain your privacy at home? Please, Lana, I'm going to ask this one to you.
I just stay at my room. It's why I have privacy. I just left when I need to go to the bathroom and to eat. It's like then I come back to my room.
Very good. I think for me it's just like you were saying, Chris. I'm lucky because the entire day my parents and my brother are not at home, so I kind of have the house for me the entire day. They usually leave at around 7:30 and they come back at 6 p.m. So I basically have privacy all day long, which is great. But when they are here, I just stay in my bedroom too, and that's how I deal with it basically. Then I close the door, and that's it. And when my mom is the one who usually enters the room when she needs to say something or to talk about something. So I just try to be careful, and I tell her like, oh, I am in a meeting, or I am doing something else, and that's it. But my brother and my father, they never come in, so it's better. Yeah. And Junior, you live by yourself, right? So it's easier for you. But how did you use to maintain privacy in your, like, when you use it to live with your family?
I would only have privacy in the bathroom. So like that's the only moment you have privacy because people don't want to be there with you. But no, really, the only moment I would have privacy would be at late night. Like I would, if I wanted to, I didn't have any like anything I didn't want people to know. But if I ever wanted to do something like talk to people I didn't want my family to be knowing about or something like that, it would be during the night. So I would wait for everybody to sleep. And then the only moment I would have like peace, I would know that nobody was going to enter my room and want to know what I was doing, was like 1 a.m. So I used to be up until 2, 3, talking to people on WhatsApp, watching series and movies, especially because my mom wasn't a big fan of me watching animes and series about magic and this kind of stuff. So that's the moment where I would watch them. Like I would be watching Naruto at 2 a.m.
Oh my gosh, only in the bathroom. It's difficult.
No, but these I would do at my room, but only the bathroom, yeah. And we couldn't have closed doors. It was funny. Every time I wanted my mom to get angry, it was simple. I would just close my bedroom door, wait for 3 to 5 minutes, then she would just hit the door open and be like, "What are you doing here?"
Oh my gosh, the next question
Oh gosh.
is about this. The next question, it's about this. So, okay. The only people who need privacy are people who are hiding something. Do you agree or disagree, and why? Bruna, let's let's wait for Junior's answer.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think privacy sometimes is just about being alone and doing what we want without being judged or without being questioned, you know. So I think at some point it's just about being by ourselves. What is the concept of privacy? Being alone? Let's check the meaning here. Because like for me, like privacy is about being by ourselves, or being free from being observed. Okay, the state of being free from public attention. it's about intimacy too, and being alone. I think it doesn't mean you are hiding something. It just means you don't want people to bother you or to judge you somehow. I think when you are free from people's eyes or like people's observations, you are also free from their judgments. And sometimes we just don't want to be judged. We just want to do the things we like. So I don't think people who need privacy, they are hiding something. I don't know if I was clear, but that's it. And Juju, what do you think?
Or maybe you're saying it because you're hiding something. Dun, dun, dun. I used to believe it because that's what I was taught when I was a child. We didn't have much privacy in our house. It wasn't something common to us. We actually had the awful habit of sometimes leaving the bathroom with, because something that I would only learn when I was older was that usually people, they take their clothes to the bathroom and they leave the bathroom fully clothed. In our house, it was very common to leave the bathroom only in the towel, and I would go around all the house only in towel because it was usual to us. But then I always thought that for a long time because I had something to hide, I found myself, I didn't find myself out, but I started like having an idea that I was bisexual since I was very young. So I wanted to know more about this kind of stuff. So like watch movies and see videos about this kind of stuff and talk to people. And I was very afraid that my family would find out. So for me, my privacy moment was a moment to do things hiding,
Yes.
So for a long time, I believed that. Then I grew older and I finally discovered that privacy is about having your alone time as well, to have your own thoughts, to cope with your feelings, to ignore people you don't want to talk about, or you don't want to talk to, and stuff like that, having your time with your thoughts and rest, because we're dealing with people is difficult, dealing with life is difficult, and we need our time to, put everything in order. So it was also about that. What about you guys?
Yeah, it was like Bruna said about judgments. Some people that is like different generations have a different vision of life. Like when you are on the Instagram seeing something and people starts questioning like, who is this person, or why are you on this page seeing this or watching this. Like I remember that I start watching a TV show from Netflix. It's about Sabrina the Witcher. Did you guys know? Yeah. And people are saying to me, "Why are you watching this? This is about the devil and something." And I didn't finish the TV show, but it was not about because of these judgments. And actually, I watched the whole TV show of Lucifer and I enjoy it. and I watched it in my cell phone because people just started judging, and like oh my gosh, I don't know how to say como se eu fosse. Like gente, deu bug, peraí.
If I were?
Yeah, if I were like become a Satanist or something like this, because of the TV show. Some people has this vision, but it was like this, I prefer do my things on my laptop, on my cell phone, and that's all. That's my way to keep my privacy.
Yeah, I feel you. I tried watching Harry Potter on my living room once. My mother, she put on such a show about that. Like, this is from the devil. This, you're not gonna watch these magical things. That's Satanist stuff. And those words they use is going to, I don't know, invoke a demon in the middle of the living room. She was very dramatic. She knew half of that stuff wouldn't happen, but she was very dramatic about it. So I still haven't watched any of Harry Potter movies.
That's cool. Um, so the next question, Bruna, please.
Okay, tough one. Do you think internet increases privacy or takes away privacy? I would say takes away. It takes away. Yeah. We everything we say or we talk about, research, everything is there. It's how can I say this? Our data is installed. That's not the word, but I will use this. So it takes it away. Sometimes if you go to another place, the cell phone tracks you and it knows you are in another place. And but I think we kind of accepted it, you know. And Junior said something about teenagers that are always sharing where they are. Do this too. We share the places we go to. If we are in a party, like we're gonna share and tag the place, the location. So I think we are part of it too, and we know companies use our data to like to call us, to sell stuff, to you know they do what they want with our data. And at some point I think we kind of accepted it and we are just living our lives knowing it, you know, being aware of everything. Yeah. What do you think, Joanna?
Because it's like, if we understand privacy as the concept of having the right of having your own information and in your own time and not sharing this with others, we also have that in society nowadays. Actually, it has always been like this, but now the internet is such a powerful tool that makes everything like a lot bigger. But information has always been the currency in the world, you know. You can't buy it, even if you think, no, I won't search for this sneaker on the internet because Google is going to give this information to Netshoes and a lot of other stores, and a lot of things are going to start showing up on my screen. Even if you go to the shopping mall and you buy in cash and you don't give your credit card information, they're still going to know who you are, you know. They still have at least your name. So information has always been like the trade coin. It's been the currency, the main currency of everything. And at some point, like Bruna said, we kind of like need to accept that in order to do anything we want, you know, to buy something, to travel, to consume content, to do everything. So I think internet does take away our privacy, in as everything does, as the library card does, as the school does, as going to church does. People are taking your information and things about you all the time. But I guess the internet is a place where it's a lot more, I forgot the word for it, but it happens with a bigger potency, like a bigger power, you know. Things leak on the internet very easily, and it's a place where literally if you post anything, if you say anything, it's never going to be really erased. So yeah, it's a lot easier. The internet makes it 10 times worse.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
I have a question for you guys. Do you guys know that when your location is on and you have the Facebook app on your cell phone, your friends receive a message about your location, like if you are around, like I don't know, Bruna is in Salvador, and she's my friend on Facebook, and the location is on your cell phone. I receive a message that you are in Salvador.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I've heard about it. It's terrible.
It's terrible. When I realized this on Facebook, I just turned off everything. My location in the cell phone is off. And I realized this when I was still using Facebook, and now I don't use any app. My location is always off because it's like a way to find where the person is. It's kind of strange.
Yes, especially because think about it. Who do you have on Facebook? Old school friends you don't want to talk about, you don't want to talk to anymore.
Relatives.
Relatives. All of the people you don't want to know where you are.
And people that you met on some crazy groups.
Like talk.
Or like these weird people you met like years ago in a group, and then for no reason you still have each other, you're still connected to each other, but you don't talk, and you are completely different, but I don't know, you're there. Yeah,
it's really weird.
Yeah. But like you all, I agree that the internet takes away, because you're posting that you are in some place. I posted last week that I was in Salvador, but in my close friends. But it's information that can arrive in other people. Oh my gosh, she was in Salvador this day at this hour. She was in this place. So it takes away, especially when we are like posting for everyone else to see it. Like in the normal histories, when we post something, everyone is seeing, and everybody can access, can find you where you are in this moment. So it's just Junior Star.
Okay. Can we trust putting our documents in registers on internet sites and registers on internet sites?
Hello, Phil. Hello, back office.
Yes. Well, I guess nowadays, maybe. Like, it really comes a lot to where and what kind of website, what servers you're using, because like, I don't know. To me, it's pretty obvious. I'm used to the internet. Like, I kind of know just by looking what sites I can rely with my information and which sites I can't. But like at any site, any website, any service, any thing on the internet is prone. It's like available to be hacked. It's like it's vulnerable in some way. It can be accessed without we wanting to. Just like any archive, actually. I think maybe like the bank has always had your information. Back in the day, it was in a vault, it was in an archive inside of the bank, so people wouldn't rob a bank just to have your information. So now that they have it on the internet, it's a lot easier to access. You can just hack into the bank without leaving your house and get this information and sell it and hack people and create credit cards in their names and buy, I don't know, an Alexa for your house. You can see I already have all the plans. But I guess like it's always been there. people have always had like other ways to access our information. Again,
Junior,
the
are you
internet
a
makes
hacker? Because
maybe.
you are telling, all the things, exactly the things are.
He has
And
all the details, right?
yeah.
He works in the tech area, right? Like he's been studying tech stuff, right? So
I cannot agree nor deny.
what do you mean?
But I do know, Chrisana, that you live, in fact, you live on the number 207 on the street. No.
Stop it.
No.
Crazy.
But that's pretty much it. People can access like information is there for accessing. It really comes to like, okay, I want to use Netflix. Do I trust Netflix to have my information? And even if it can be Netflix, it can be Amazon, it can be the government. All data banks that are accessible, they can be hacked into if you use strength enough and this kind of stuff. Nowadays we have more laws for it, so I think it's a little bit. It's not that it's safer, but if it happens for people to steal your information, I think at least you're like protected by something. But I really think it comes to like, you've got to know where you're putting your information. Most of the websites that are going to steal your information is like on your face, it's on your nose, that they're not reliable. So I don't know. I said a lot of stuff and I haven't come to a conclusion. Bruna?
No, but you said really nice stuff, and it's important to know we can like, if you are a good stalker, you can already find a lot of information, and if you know a little bit about data and accessing stuff, you can find much more. So yeah, it's not reliable, but it's part of the process, right? And we depend on the internet in a lot of cases, and there aren't any other way. It's hard to run away from it. I think it's like sometimes it's impossible. So I think we can't trust, but as I said, I think we got used to it, and it's okay now. But just like Junior mentioned, we can find anything. Like if you're a good stalker, it's easy to find information. Things are really accessible, so we can trust, but we got used to it, I think. Yeah. And you,
Yeah,
please.
actually, we can trust, but as Junior said about the hackers and the things that can happen, I just remember that in the pandemic, I don't know if it was in the beginning, but the Anonymous, that group of hackers, spread information about the president, like his credit card and those kind of things. And they spread something about some famous people on the internet too. So like, we trust, but at the same time we have a kind of fear, because it's our documents, our privacy information, and it can be happen with everyone, famous people or us, the people. I will skip the question because there's a more interesting, the 9 or the 8. Have you ever been suspicious about your online privacy? Example, covering up your cell phone's camera. Please, Bruna.
No issue, but I don't care too much. There are some people who hide their laptop's camera too. And I just live my life and I don't care too much. If you want to see me naked, you can do it. It's okay. There's nothing special happening in my life. I don't have a big amount of money. I don't do crazy stuff or illegal things. So if you want to see my life, just take it. Like, yeah, that's
But-
it. I don't worry too much.
How's your credit score?
It's not that high, so it's not yeah, that's it. I don't have much to hide, Yeah. And you, Chris?
Actually, with my phone, sometimes I take my phone with me to the bathroom, and I remember this thing of the camera, and I put I turn around the phone, and with my laptop, I use it to cover my camera, but now I don't. No, I don't care anymore. I just close the laptop, and that's totally okay for me. But after this conversation, I think I will cover my camera again. And how about you, Junior?
Very good. I'm not hacking anybody, just so you guys know. But I wouldn't say suspicious. I've never been suspicious of it. I've been worried, especially nowadays that I work from home and I spend my every day, all day on the internet doing meetings like this. We spend a lot of time on the Talk and Talk team on a channel on Telegram where we can we do video chats, we do audio chats, and we talk all day long. So sometimes I'm worried that I forget to close the camera to leave the chat. And then I just because I usually close the chat and I go straight to the bathroom to take a shower to go to college. So my biggest fear is one day to forget to close the chat and start taking off my clothes.
I'm really afraid of doing it. And actually, when the meeting started, we almost saw you naked, that you were changing clothes, changing t-shirts. We could see you.
For real?
Yeah, not too much, just a part of you, but I was like
this.
Yeah, just like the back, I don't know if Chris noticed, but every time I'm changing clothes, I always turn the camera off because I'm really afraid of being naked for everybody, That's something I do. I try at least.
The most private thing that I ever seen on TNT was Phil sleeping during the happy hour. That was the most thing that I ever seen.
That's not news anymore, Chris. Now he's been doing it every happy hour. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It is actually becoming cute. He takes us to the bed. He covers us with the
the blanket.
Blanket, yeah. And then he starts sleeping.
That's true.
Okay, so guys, thank you for having me this afternoon. Thank you. It's a really thank you today. And that's all. We haven't answered all the questions, but that's okay. And yeah, that's it. See you. Good afternoon.
I know that you didn't want to talk about question 11 because it's about the government, and you don't want us to know about the government.
The elections are coming.
Yeah, the elections are coming.
Yeah.
That's a conspiracy. Oh.
Please vote consciously.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Please.
And if you're a politician and you're watching this, please don't screw up. We trust you. Okay.
Yeah. And if you are a politician who doesn't know how to speak English, but if you want to practice, you can join us here on Talk and Talk. And you can, if you want to have access to the questions, you can go to the website and find information there. We also have classes and everything, so you can learn English with us and other languages too.
That was everything.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. And see you.